In this video, I want to talk about leaving the house and how I'm trying to do a lot more of that recently. So I just got home from walking to, eating at, and walking home from a Dunkin' Donuts in my town. I signed up for the loyalty program again, though it looks like it's having trouble processing my points. I'll see how that pans out, but I decided that today I wanted to get out there and have somewhere to go first thing in the morning, or have somewhere to go at some point in the day. I'm going to see a movie later today, but this was also because I wanted to push my at-home breakfast supply out just a little longer. So this month in October, I've honestly wanted to go out more ever since, one, I saw Joker 2, and, well, it kind of made me question why I go to Thursday preview shows, which I'm saying as I'm waiting to go to a Thursday preview show later today, but that's beside the point. 2 days later, I went up to Boston and Cambridge, because my friends and I had been planning to go to the Harry Potter exhibit since May. We've had the tickets since then, and it was, yes, I'm going to say this, a magical experience. It was fun. It was good stuff. After the fact, I had them drop me off at the aquarium because they were doing an Animal Crossing thing there. They weren't interested in going to that, so I went there by myself, but it was still fun. Honestly, the place wasn't as big as I remembered, but then the last time I was there was 17 years ago. I only got like 2 hours out of it. Nowhere near as long as the experience I got out of the Museum of Science, which, with an exhibit halls ticket and then a ticket to a showing each at the Mugar Omni Theater, the planetarium, and, well, last time I went to Body Worlds, but they don't have any special exhibits, so I got a 4D theater ticket. Well, I'm going to next time I go out there. Yeah, over the last few years, I would mostly just go to see movies or go to the mall for the day when I had a movie. But between deciding to go on Tuesdays and cutting back on what I do see at the theater, I realized it's nice to have somewhere to go for the day, or at least have something to do during the day outside the house at some point. Doesn't have to be grocery shopping or other errands, but it's good to close my exercise ring more often. Honestly, I'm getting a text from my friend. Let me put in the do not disturb. Honestly, I lost my train of thought. But it's good to close my exercise ring on my Apple Watch. I have 30 minutes a day as my goal. I've gotten 45 as I'm recording this. Not to mention, yesterday I exceeded 70-something because I went for a prolonged walk. Yeah, the reason I'm trying to add more destinations or to go somewhere outside the house every single day, or as many days as possible, is because I'm trying to avoid falling into bad habits. The idea is leave the house, go somewhere, whether it be go to Dunkin' for breakfast and morning snack, or go to a movie and the surrounding mall, or go up to Boston, go somewhere like the Franklin Park Zoo, the aquarium, the Museum of Science if I want to spend a whole day. Honestly, maybe I should sign up for a membership there. Well, anyway, here's what my days look like. I either do a workout and then get a ride to what I call the instant gratification job. When my dad has to leave for his, I get a ride from him. I hang out at the instant gratification job until it's time to clock in, and then I do my thing. After which, I often just go home, have dinner, and then do whatever until either I do the same thing the next day, or if my dad happens to not have work, he's more than cool with waiting until later. Or if I don't have work, I can either keep working on things here, or I can go out at some point. Like over the last couple of days, this is the third day in a row that I haven't had the instant gratification job. I found myself pushing myself to get outside and go for a walk and play Pokemon Go. I have enough gyms around me that I can be entertained and have a purpose, because even though I kept up doing a time to walk on Apple Fitness Plus every day for 35 or so days a few months back, my streak was broken when I tested positive for COVID in July. I realize it's just not the same. It doesn't encourage me to go as far from my house as I maybe should in order to get more exercise minutes in and therefore burn more calories. Okay, I get it. Going to Dunkin' is kind of counterproductive, but gives me a destination and purpose, and it lets me stretch my at-home breakfast supply. You know, that $6 meal and then a 10 count of Munchkins is honestly not that bad of a price considering the way fast food prices are going in 2024. Plus, later on, I can spend more time sitting down there and working on my next book using my pocket keyboard and my phone. Today was really just a test run to see what was available there and whether it was a viable option for that. Spoiler alert, it is. And at the very least, it's a viable spot for going for breakfast and then calling an Uber from somewhere that I can get picked up from if I want to go into Boston and have some fun. Yeah, I try to make a point of not using my home address for Uber drop-offs or pickups, though I'm kind of rethinking that because if you think about it, I'm already getting picked up. I'm already getting deliveries from other places anyway. What is really the difference? Now, for other people's homes, I am less inclined to do that out of respect for them. Although I might ask their permission first, especially if it's either raining or there's no public place close enough to use as a drop-off point, like, say, a public park. But yeah, whether it's the instant gratification job, just going to get breakfast somewhere else for a change, and getting in a solid 40-something minutes of exercise. And that's only if it's on a day that I didn't schedule a workout. Right now on my Apple Fitness Plus plan, I'm doing Monday, Wednesday, and Friday scheduled stuff, and then Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, either a walk or just whatever my watch collects for exercise and at the instant gratification job. Unfortunately, that's not running an exercise, so it doesn't exactly count towards my training load. But I close my rings, so at the end of the day, that's what matters. So yeah, leaving the house can get a little pricey sometimes. It costs me short of $10 to have breakfast at Dunkin' with that $6 meal I mentioned, and then buy a 10 count of Munchkins to bring home for my morning snack. Yeah, and then getting an Uber anywhere further out, like outside of my town, whether it's going into Boston or going somewhere else, the cost of that can pile up. It cost me nearly $30 to go from the aquarium to where I went for dinner before heading over to visit some family before heading home for the day. And then there's the admissions. It was $35 for the Harry Potter exhibit for my ticket when you factor in the actual ticket and the $6 fee, probably like a processing fee for booking through the processor. And then the aquarium is $44 if you bundle it with a ticket to their IMAX theater, which I chose to do because I wanted to get the most out of the experience. Though, you know, in the future, I might go the IMAX movie first and then choose a timed ticket for sometime after the IMAX movie ends because, like I said, I only got 2 hours out of the aquarium itself because of that. Oh, but I was able to get $5 off because of the Resident of New England discount from buying the timed ticket. So there was that. The zoo, going in there for an admission can cost me about $16 to $20 or so, depending on the day of the week and the time. Back when I was a member, I would go first thing when they opened. That's probably what I'm gonna do next time I go there. Yeah, if I'm there for 2 to 3 hours playing Pokemon Go and I cover the entire area, I will definitely get my money's worth and it'll be good exercise. And then I can either get lunch at their Giddy Up Grill or find somewhere within walking distance or find somewhere not too far from home, get an Uber there, and then walk home after eating. Or maybe I can make it one of the places I go, because the way I see I could combine the aquarium and the zoo into one day, and then, yeah, there are better dining options available around the aquarium compared to the zoo. I'm just going to be honest. The zoo's probably where I'd start, and then go to the aquarium, and then either go home or go to some evening activity. There's no way I could fit in the Museum of Science with that as well. I couldn't do all three of those in one day because not only would the Museum of Science cost $49 for exhibit halls and then 4D Theater, Omni Theater, and Planetarium show, I would definitely want to be there from open to close to get my money's worth like I did last time I went there in 2019. Yeah, it actually has me wondering, why do zoos, aquariums, and museums typically close at 5 p.m. on every single day of the week? I mean, the aquarium closes at 6 on weekends, but still, why are they closed so early? Wouldn't they want to be open when more people would be able to come out? I mean, sure, not as many people would be lining up to go to a museum, zoo, or aquarium on a Wednesday night. I know they're probably open during the day for the sake of field trips. And as someone who works a mix of weekdays and weekends, it's nice to have somewhere I can go on a weekday afternoon rather than basically everything being shuttered during that time. Like some beach towns over in like New Hampshire and such, I actually noticed that most of the places were closed on the weekday that I went on. It was a Monday, so they were probably like recovering from the weekend. Yeah, I noticed when I was looking at the Museum of Fine Arts, because I was thinking of going there, they're closed on Tuesdays. What's up with that? Well, anyway, the point is, I am doing my best to get outside the house every single day, even if it's just a walk and I spend no money, or whether it's to go to Dunkin' for breakfast or a snack if I decide to go out later in the day and I decide, oh, I want a frozen hot chocolate. Or I guess just frozen chocolate. Or, oh, I want to get something different for a snack instead of just my usual stuff. I have a huge supply of peanut butter cracker sandwiches I need to finish up because, well, the instant gratification job doesn't allow us to bring peanut products into there anymore for our personal consumption. So I kind of have to respect the rules on that. I'm not complaining because I found cheese cracker sandwiches I can use after trying cereal bars. Anyway, let me know in the comments below what you like to do to leave the house beyond just errands, unless doing more errands and getting fewer deliveries is something you do. I personally am inclined to get stuff delivered where possible so that I can just enjoy going for a walk or enjoy a day at the mall. I've also thought about going to other malls, only if I can think of something worthwhile to do. I was thinking of picking up a new video game controller with some GameStop discount I have, but I just got it shipped. So, thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.